Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup, always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensifies the resolve to bring home the apples. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Huskies offense will go to work first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The option look. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Williams. Bringing the heat. Snagged out of the air. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special. And because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Williams looking for a man. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Washington sends out the punt team. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Cougars offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes
maybe a crease. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Washington State has it all working right now. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Handoff to the single running back.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the ground with the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Release to the back. It's complete to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Oh, they're after him! And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense picks it up.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? No. Self. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. From their own 23, it'll be first and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Power football with the run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they can't make the connection on third down.
It's so nice.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Husky. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Pulls it in down the sideline. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Washington State going quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Duggar. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Pucks it out of the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Coming out with it, it's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing, Williams. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moss.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Duggar. Now adjusting. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Washington State going back to work on first down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
This game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
Got him downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the move. There's some room. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. On first and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cougars. And that one will give them the lead. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Pulled and finds his man on the back. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Trainer's out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Defense in press coverage. Right back to the well. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He'll do it himself. Could be an alley. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, this defense has...
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Handoff from the gun. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Makes a catch. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Play fake, Williams. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Husky. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Huskies back on top. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Quarterback adapted. He'll pull it down and run. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. They're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Just feeds the running back. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Hand off from the shotgun. Finding some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Washington stops the clock and uses its 1st timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Voorhees. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Washington State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Cougars with the immediate response.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Williams fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the 1st down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Under fire. And down he goes. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Williams. Finds his big tight end. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Tonight, Couganet will carry an entirely different connotation. It stands for taking down your rival as Wazoo wins the Apple Cup. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.